Good evening and welcome back to Kitting Up Kitten, and tonight I am kitting up the beautiful When You Think You're Alone from Dainty Diamond Art. I purposefully bought more storage pots so I could kit this up because I don't want to wait. Now this is 44 colours. I think I've actually pulled out more than that in pots, but we'll see how we go. So 44 colours. It is a square. It is a 60 by 45 centimetre with ABs, and it is stunning, stunning. So I have done some prep work already. Before I say that, have I told you how beautiful this canvas is? It's really soft, beautiful short felt. So yes, already after being on a no-buy for about 4 days, I've broken it. And not only have I broken it to buy storage, but I've also broken it to buy another painting from Dainty Diamond Art. But this is a custom. I shall have that soon. So to kit up, I am using the inventory sheet. Now, the lovely Cindy does handwrite labels out, and I am going to use these labels to put into my spare storage for any I've got left over. But I've used the inventory sheet. It's a very nice one. It does come all nicely together. So I'm going to pop this through my Xyron sticker maker. Now I did find a company on eBay that does the Xyron refills. I managed to get 2 for £19.99. So I will put the link to that place on eBay into the description box if you have a Xyron sticker maker. Now this one I've got in here is repositionable. The 2 I've brought are permanent, but to be fair, it doesn't leave that much residue. And I do have glue gun if I need it. So running that through nice and slowly, I'm going to make sure I press this down really strongly. However, it is a paper legend, so it shouldn't have too much of an issue being stuck. Now what I have done, because these all come in baggies, which I absolutely love, I have separated them out somewhat into weights because I am going to be kitting up in this storage. Now ignore these because they're just there to stop them moving about. So what I have done is I have put together some of the smaller pots because that's what I need. I've got one big pot for my massive tub of, I think they're 839 or something, so I have got that in there. So it makes it easier when you've got these little ones. So let me move these across. It does make it easier when you've got something like this to put them into weights, and because the bags all come on with the weights on them, it's going to make it easier for me to put stuff where I need it to go. So got my labels, and I've got them on the backing sheet, so I'm just going to cut through each of these. Now I did notice as you get down that they go a little bit offline. Not a biggie, not a biggie, but I couldn't resist, had to kit it up. So it is quite late Sunday evening. It is 10, well, it's not that late, it's 7:10. And the reason I am kitting up is because I ordered these pots to come today after doing my live. That went very well received by everybody that joined me, so it won't be the last one, I promise. I really wanted to kit this up because I want to have a good look at the drills, and I want it in the next boat. So I thought if I get it kitted up, then I'm off to a good start. So the reason I'm kitting up this late, I have spent today diamond painting pretty much. So far today I have done quite a bit on I Miss You. I now have one largish row. I'd normally have my smaller sections, but because I am right at the bottom, They're a bit more than 1.5 sections for, they'll probably be about, yeah, probably about 1.5 sections in size, but just one row. So I'm going to leave it like that, and I'm going to get that finished this week. So I do want to do a whip, one last whip on I Miss You, and I can then reveal what the next canvas will be. So that will be, but you may not see this for a few days because I am a few days ahead with videos. I have also done a section on my Heaven and Earth today, and I do need to sort out doing another section and launching the November Heaven and Earth event. I still have no idea how I'm going to do it. Not a clue. Now, somebody has suggested live, which is fine, but it does make it harder for me to read comments as I'm doing it. So we will see. That I'm not promising anything. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my big one out, because I have this big bag, and we do have a bag in there. So these are 939. So I'm going to see how many of these I can get in here. Hopefully all of them. That would be good. Yeah, look at that. They're going to go. They're going to fit. Do love these big pots. Now, when I bought these, I actually brought 2 sets of these bigger pots. So I do have a few of these, and then I just brought, I brought multiple amounts of the small ones. I'm not going to buy any more because, you know, like these arrived this morning and my husband said, more storage, really? Yes, my love, more storage. So that's that big one in, because that's then going to hold the other pots in for me. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to these small bags, because I have some very, very tiny amounts. Now, these are not the little ones. They must open that way. These are not the little pots that I bought before. These ones, I think, are a bit cheaper. And I can't even get, oh, there we go. It's got a little tab on it, so I'm going to cut that off. I don't know if you can see that. They were a bit cheaper, but you know, as long as they do the job. So we have got number 34. This is literally 0.2 grams. Now, I haven't got a very good light. Let me just turn my other light on. I apologise for doing this while I'm talking to you. We need a little bit more light on the situation, I feel. Don't want too many shadows. Is that better, guys? I do hope so. Yeah, that's better. So I'm going to get my tray. I'm just going to get a small tray just in case I spill them, because they are fiddly little pots. But I like these because when you've got a small amount, you can just open and dip in. And because they're small amounts, I'm guessing there's probably not too many of them in the painting. So it makes it easy to just dip in and get 1 or 2. And I like that. So just like that. I'm going to keep my bag to hand, so I'm going to save all these because they are decent bags, and it is 3772, which is that one. Makes you realise how fiddly labels are when you've got long nails. You could, yeah, these are a bit cheaper, these ones. Oh, now you see, I'm wondering, look. So, I'm a bit special. It's got 2 little tabs on it. If you put your thumb on one and your thumb on the other, it makes it easier to open. And I've just cut the other one off. Oh, well. You live and learn. So, 156. But I couldn't wait to kit this up. I'm too excited. Very excited for my custom. What I may do, the custom will probably be about 3 weeks or so, maybe 4. But what I will do is when that comes, I may make that a priority. Well, we'll see, because I need to get the cabin done before I can put it up. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. See where we are. Can't believe I've now cut that little tab off. What an idiot. So I keep digressing, don't I? The reason I am kitting up tonight, normally at this time of night, I would have gone upstairs. I've had a busy day diamond painting. I have done a good row on I Miss You. So I've finished that row off, and I did a section on my Heaven and Earth, put that away, had a nap, as you do. 553, we've got a couple of strange ones in there. But I've cooked a big dinner. Okay, we've just had a very large dinner. We eat dinner quite late. And the reason I am kitting up is because my husband had an injury. So basically, he took the dog to the vets on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. And he was in the vets and he'd got the dog's lead. Now, she is she's a puller. So I don't like walking her because I'm not very strong and she does pull quite a bit. Anyway, he was on the phone to a work colleague and the door opened. Pepper went lurching forward to get to the door because she doesn't like the vets, you know. What dog really likes the vets? And basically the lead wrapped around his fingers and broke his finger. Now, my husband being my husband, he came home and I sort of said, right, you need to strap it up. Are you sure you don't need to go to the walk-in centre or whatever, you know, get it checked out? No, I'll be fine. He was going out. So he decided to go out. So he didn't come home until roughly 4 o'clock this morning, at which point he proceeded to be incredibly funny with me because I'd woken up again. He then spent a good 20 minutes talking to my daughter who was still awake and online, at which point I then said, will you please go to bloody bed because you're waking everybody up. And anyway, he went to bed absolutely fine. And a couple of hours ago I sort of said to him, you really need to have that dressing taken off. So I strapped it together. So we took it off and his finger not only is incredibly bruised and swollen, but he also has a small lump on his knuckle. So I'm a little worried that he may have broken his knuckle as well as his finger. At which point I said, you need to go get it x-rayed. Which he is not very happy about because it's roughly a 4-hour wait. But I said to him, if you don't go tonight, if you leave it, and it's going to be harder for them to set it properly. So I said, you really must go. So I have promised him I am going to try and stay up until he gets home. I'm not saying I will. That's a nice click on those pots. 3072. So I said, do you know what? I'm going to sit. I'm going to kit this up. 30, if I can find the right label. I'm going to kit this up and then I'm going to whack I Miss You out and do a bit more on that because I don't want to do any more on Mackenzie's Treasure until I get I Miss You finished. Because I'm so close, literally just that row to go. So hence the video. Because this is what you do when you're married. He even said to me, am I going on my own? And I'm like, are you an adult? Are you perfectly capable of driving? Yes, he is, I hasten to add. But I'm just a little concerned that he may have broken that knuckle. I'm actually, right, so now I've got used to the fact they've got that tab on it. I'm gutted I cut that other one off. I actually prefer these to the other little ones because they click tight. I do like that. 647, where are you? So I thought I would get this kitted up and then that can go up, which will help the lovely Cindy. Please do go and check out Dainty Diamond Art. And I really like the fact that you can choose square or round. And the sizing, you know. She was incredibly great ordering my canvases for me. You know, customer service, second to none, literally. So it's quite handy because I knew that I would need lots of these little pots for this. So I'm going to try and use as many of the little pots as possible, which is why I've done the one big one first and now I'm doing the smaller bags. So with this storage, yes, you need to take a little bit more time. You've got to pull out the sizes you think you need. You've got to think about it a bit. But it's multi-purpose. You can make so many combinations of kits up depending on what your kit looks like. And that's what I like. Again, multiple times I've been told it is like the Harbour Freight system. But I am aware that the Harbour Freight, I think you can get, what, 27 into a box, whereas these, you know, this will be 44. I will have some of these empty. This will be 44, and I've got one that's 63 kitted up, so you've got much more scope. And if you want to do smaller ones, you can use an A5 box or an A6 box, both of which I've got. Okay, 632. So I'm going to use all of these little pots first, and then I'm going to move to the next size. They make some of them may be a bit big, but I'm not ordering any more of these now because, you know, I've got a house full of bloody pots, house full of storage kits. 632. I do hope that you're all okay. Lots of things. I want to talk about the live. The live was amazing. I have to say, I had a really good time. We had a really good giggle. As I've said, I do want to do a Heaven and Earth event in November. I think it's a good time to do it. I am aware that there is another Heaven and Earth event in November as well, so don't feel that you've got to do both. Now, what I'd like to do, I would love to be able to do a section a day and, you know, check back in with everybody, you know, once or twice a week to see how you're getting on. But I really can't commit to that with my working pattern at the minute. 3830. I have a couple of people have said, you know, that they'd like it to be live. I can do that. I'm hoping to do at least one live, but it does make it harder for me to read comments. And because I don't have the additional features of having over 1,000 subscribers, I can't actually see your comments after the video is up. I don't know if you guys can, so if you know, let me know. Can you see the comments as they come in? Because I can't. Peps, that's enough. Come on. She's upset because her dad's gone out, because he doesn't normally. So I am keeping all of these bags because I will reuse them. 3024. I'm all for reusing stuff. So I do want to get because that's in November, I do want to get that sort of set up and agreed how it's going to be done. The other thing is on the live. Not an idea of mine, I hasten to add. This come from the lovely Arietta, the Crafty Witch. Because I pulled out my Supernatural canvas and we were fangirling quite hard over multiple TV or movie stars. She suggested, why don't you do a TV fandom event? And I think we're going to do it. I think there's quite a few of you that want to do it. So we are going to do it. And we are going to do it in February. Because it is the month of love. And although I love my husband dearly, I love Dean Winchester more. I'm joking. Of course I'm joking. But what a perfect month. Right, that's not going to fit in there. It's going to squish too hard and that will drive me mad. So let's not do that. Will they fit that way? Just trying to see if I can fit, because it'll annoy me that they're falling over. It's all right, we'll work with it. So yes, I I really, 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 really want to do that. So I think it's a fabulous idea. Thank you to Arietta for her suggestion. Great suggestion. That's what I love about doing YouTube. You know, you get suggestions from everywhere. So 2 events, going from doing no events to 2 events, which is fab. I think the February one, because it is, I mean, it's not going to be a finish. I'm not going to get that Supernatural one finished in February, no matter what I do. Yeah, right way round. There we go, 3802. However, I'm thinking a section a day. I think I can do that because I can pre-record ahead. Again, just need to work out details. But for the November Heaven and Earth event, I think that I will probably do a couple of whips a week to check in and try and work on it in between as well. And I will try and do at least 1 live, if not 2. We'll see how it goes. I did see a comment from someone earlier, and I can't remember who it was because I was watching other stuff and doing other stuff, and they did say 3721. Let me just get this label on. They did say that it would be nice if I did the Heaven and Earth whip every Sunday, because they'd love to, or do it live because they'd love to watch me, which is a fabulous idea. The problem is I only get 2 Sundays off a month. I work 2 12-hour shifts twice a month at a weekend, so Saturday and Sunday, and on the other 2 Saturdays I'm doing nails. So unfortunately, 3787, a Sunday is the only full day off that I get, and I do prefer, it's the only day that I get to just diamond paint, and I have other stuff to do as well. You know, we've got family commitments and all that sort of thing. I've got a granddaughter, so I really can't add anything else into my calendar for a Sunday. I am so sorry. But it's a fab idea. I wish I could. And you never know. Things may change. Things may change if I get rid of this dog if she keeps barking. Pepper. Enough. I'm so annoyed to cut that tab off. 927. So it's a fab idea and I wish I could. And if anything changes, I will. But yeah, I can't. You know, I like to have one day where I can diamond paint or read, or diamond paint and listen to an audio book. And I need one day to be fluid, just in case anything comes up or if we want to do anything as a family. So unfortunately, I can't commit to that. Right, this has worked out quite well because I've got 2 of these smaller bags left and I've got 2 little pots left. So that's perfect. But the Heaven and Earth, I will do as much as I can. It may mean that the other projects take a bit of a back burner while I do it, but you know, needs must. 453. So if you do want to take, you know, so the Heaven and Earth project, obviously it's more useful for those of you that are doing a Heaven and Earth project, but it doesn't have to. You can just pull out whatever whip you're working on and work alongside us. You can, if you wish, you know, if you want to try Heaven and Earth, how about it will give you some time to source a canvas, or, you know, why not try doing what Penny's done? Get yourself some graph paper, double-sided tape, and do a little one. Doesn't even have to be a Heaven and Earth one. You could pick any small cross-stitch pattern. You know, doesn't have to be Heaven and Earth, but a Pattern Keeper type app. Now, I will say with Pattern Keeper, 3865, You do get a 2-week free trial with Pattern Keeper. And then after that, it is £7.99. It's a one-off fee, and then it's yours to use for the foreseeable future. I don't think they have any plans. I'm going to pop that one on there for now, just while I get some of these others in. So I'm going to start from this side, just because I've got them here. So these ones, some of these will be too big for these pots. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get them into a DMC order afterwards. But I may do that off camera. So yeah, why don't you give it a go? So what Penny did is she brought graph paper, and she's using double-sided tape, and she is then using that to do her pattern on. There are lots of mini patterns on dmc.com that are free to download. Some of them work in Pattern Keeper, some don't, so you may have to do some searching. But why not give it a go? Why not do a small one? Why not do a little one with us? You know, have a look and see what spare drills you've got. So I ask you all to come and join the Heaven and Earth gang for November. And the reason I've picked November is because there are less events in November. Lots of people are doing September, October events like drills and chills, etc. Spooky Flings, I think, is Cindy's. So I thought November would be a good month to do. 3834. Now these pots here do hold quite a lot. They do hold quite a decent size bag. 3834 is that one. And it does help that I am now putting the pots round the right way round as well, because I did have them, I just chucked them in. So I won't need all of these, but I may leave pots in here to fill it, to keep it so they don't move around too much. Got a random red one in there. 334. Now I've got 4 or 5 of these kitted up now, and I haven't actually used them. So I'm hoping that they're okay to use. I think Penny has. Or has Penny used the ones that she got in her Luna box? She might have used the ones in the Luna box. She said she loves the Luna box. Haven't used one of those either yet. But I do like these bigger pots. I like the wider mouth pots. 415. I will, of course, soon have a 42 bottle case free as soon as I finish I Miss You. I did have a full 60 case, brand new 60 case, but I lent it to my mum because she got given a couple of diamond paintings from Penny at Cow Sparkles. So she needed one to kit up, so I did lend her that. And I do have some storage bottles and foam that I can then put into these. So 932, let me just get my label on before I change what I'm saying. I had 2 120 bottle cases that I had for my old Heaven and Earth project that I never ended up doing. And I gave the case away because I'm never going to use them. I've got one that I'm using for my current one, which is more than enough storage. That's not a very tight fit. Better. So I took the foam and the bottles out. So one of the 60 bottle foam inserts fits in one of these perfectly. I then took the other one and cut it in half, and a 30 bottle one fits in an A5 perfectly. So that instantly gives me, I'm going to pull my chair over and put my feet up. That instantly gives me at least 160 and 230 cases. So I've still got those. They are the smaller bottles, however. But you have plenty of room on top to put any extra bags. And that's what I like. I like having somewhere to put everything in one case, because I've got a lot kitted up and I don't have room to keep random bags and boxes and, you know, bits and pieces. So being able to put them in one box is ideal. Now these are not, I wouldn't think that these are ideal if you are going away. You know, I'd much rather use one of the other options because they're not massively, I mean you can, but it's more trouble than it's worth. So I probably wouldn't use these to go away with. We'll see with the next time I go away what I take with me. But for someone like me who has quite a few kitted up all the time and neatly stacked in one place on my dresser, they're perfect. So I'm looking forward to starting to work on some of these. My tablet is going off like no tomorrow. Okay, 3371A. This is that beautiful AB. It is stunning. Okay, so I did speak to Penny because I thought the 5200s in this picture were ABs, and after speaking to Penny, I think that they actually, after speaking to Cindy, sorry, not Penny, after speaking to Cindy, I think they are meant to be ABs. But I did say to her, do not worry about it because I have got square ABs that I can use. So I may switch them over when it comes time to work on this kit. I have no idea why my tablet is going off so much. It doesn't normally. I'm not a massively popular person, you know. I may have to get up in a minute and just check what it is in case it's something important. Like my husband and his... Well, he'd message me on WhatsApp, so it wouldn't be that. 3740 is that one. So yeah, I'll just switch the ABs out. I'm not sure it needs it, to be honest, because it's got the beautiful blue ABs around it as well. So yeah, not too fussed, to be honest. It's a beautiful picture. I can't wait to do it. And I needed it kitting up. I really want to see how those drills, I mean, these drills look pretty good, you know. You're never going to get drills that are perfect, you know. Even in the best companies, you're going to get trash drills. But if they're nicely shaped, if they're all of a similar shape, you've got more chance of them sitting nicely. And if you've got a good canvas, then you're well away. And I think, from what I've seen, that this is the case. Shall we tip these out? Shall we have a quick look and see how they line up? Let me give it a decent shake. I don't always do this the right way the first time. I sometimes get a bit overzealous. Yeah, I mean, yeah, pretty good. I mean, there's a couple, but nothing major. So the true test will be seeing how they lay. So my no-buy, I broke it in buying more pots. I also broke it in buying another canvas from Cindy at a very, very good price, I hasten to add. Do not forget, if you are buying from Dainty Diamond Art, if you use the code KITTEN10, you will get 10% off the cost of your canvas. So yeah, bought a canvas as well. And then this evening, I went on to Admiral Zest and I brought a large pink tray because I did have one before and I gave it to my mum. And I brought a pen. I waited to see what the October release items were, but I don't like the colours on the trays. So I thought, right, I'm going to buy a big Admiral Zest pink tray. And then I only need to get a white zesty tray, and I've got 3 I've got the 3 of each of the stock colours. Right, so 41. So I brought a pen, some more tips because I wanted some more 6s. And yeah, 5200. Yeah, more 6s. I brought 2 more 6s and 2 more 4s because they're what I usually use. And I quite liked the pen. There was only 4 left, so I thought I was going to grab it quick. And so I've got that coming as well. And that is it. I promise I'm on a no-buy now. So Diamond Art Club, do not put anything in that I need to. Because I'm on a no-buy. I've got my granddaughter's birthday coming up. I've got my daughter's birthday coming up, plus Christmas. And it's our anniversary on the 4th. 4th of October, we will have been together. On 4th of October, we'll have been married 14 years. On the 5th of October, we've been together 20 years. And we haven't even considered, ooh, I might have to swap some of these out. Let's see how we go, because these are getting quite, oh no, I've got a bit more room there. But I may have to switch out and put some in these, which I hadn't planned to do. 3841. However, you can now see that 9.8 grams is nearly 3/4 of a box of that size. So 10.2 grams. So it's useful to have the weights on. So yeah, we need to sort out what we're doing for our anniversary. I mean, we can't do anything. I mean, we might be able to go out for a meal or something in the week. Certainly can't do anything this weekend because I'm working this weekend. 964. Still room. We're all right yet. If I do have to switch out, I have got some more of these bigger pots, so it's not the end of the world. I do. The bigger pots, I've got plenty of. 10.6 grams. Let's have a look. Oh, another random red one. We do like the randoms. Makes it interesting. 3760. So we're nearly there. What else have I got? What else have I got to tell you? I'm still waiting for an order from... I'm still waiting for some stuff to come from Any Day E-Deals. In particular, I ordered one of those ceramic cutters because I'm quite enjoying sectioning with washi tape. I mean, it's like the 3rd or 4th time I've tried it and I've always hated it before, but on my heaven and earth, I'm actually really enjoying it. So I want to get one of those because having a craft knife, it's very easy to cut through if you're not careful. And I don't want to cut into my canvas. So yeah, it's the ceramic cutter more than anything. 3761. What's this one? 12.3 grams. Yep, it's all in. Pretty full. Still got a little bit of room there though, so we're doing all right. 806. I mean, it's not a big deal if I've got to go into one of the other two. I haven't got a box that's in between this and those though. So if they don't fit in these, they will have to go in this and they will be a bit roomy. It will be a bit roomy, but it's fine. 12.5. What was that one? 12.3. I think we might be all right up to 13. So how many have I got above that? I've got 3 and I've got 3 big pots, so that might actually work quite well. We shall see. Let's have a look. Oh, dropped one. Yeah, we've still got room. I'm nothing if not adventurous. 807. Right, that's that one. So let's do this one. Let's see, this is the 550 AB. 550 is my favourite colour. It's also Arietta's Crafty Witch. For me, it's because it's the perfect dark shade that you get in an amethyst crystal, a raw amethyst crystal. That's what it reminds me of. And I wear amethysts quite a bit to calm me down because I'm a grumpy cow. My engagement ring is actually a pink amethyst. My husband made a real big joke when we bought it, saying it might calm me down a bit. Not wearing it today. But yeah, that's nearly full. We might get these in. Oh, I don't know though, because that one's an 18. So let's do the 14 first. Because 13.3 went in. This is a whole gram more. So I might have to put the 336 into a bigger one. Let's give that a bit of a shake. Yeah, you see, I don't want it to be... Is it going to go? Let's live dangerously. So yeah, I do like amethyst. It's my favourite stone. I have an amethyst pendulum that I use if I'm feeling particularly unwell or stressed out or uncomfortable. That works pretty well. I'm just going to test. I think I'll be all right. Now the thing is, so if you've got a full pot like this, you are going to struggle. I'm going to put these in a big one. I'd rather have the bigger one. You are going to struggle with tipping them into a tray. That's where you're gonna struggle. I do have some spoons, so I'd probably use a spoon to pull them out if necessary. So I'm going to lay it that way. So I'm going to take those out. So I've got far too many pots in here. So let's take those out. And I'll put them back in after. Which means that this one will also need to go in here. So we've got a bit more room. So what I'm going to do, if I need to get some more pots out, bigger pots out to fill, to make it, stop it moving around, then I will. It is, after all, my storage system. So I can do it any way I damn well please. As can you, I hasten to add. There are no rules when it's your own storage system. And that's the way I like it. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to put that one in front. Now, I'm not overly keen on these little ones for not standing up, because for some reason the bigger ones are square and these are more oval. I don't get that, but they're in there and I can see the labels, so it's not a biggie. I can do it. So if I put that there, and then we put a row across here. Of course, I will pinch these back out if I need them, because, you know, you never know. I might get a small 15 colour painting that's got a mix of big and small pots, at which point I will just nick them. I do still have some out of the Luna box as well, and I do still have quite a few in my Elizabeth Ward that I didn't use on my last kitting up, when I kitted up Salmondine. Dear, dear Salmondine. You do realise I am going to do this Salmondine voice every time that I mention that painting, because you know I just love it. So there we go. We are all kitted up nice and neatly. I'm not going to worry too much about putting them in DMC order, I don't think. If it bothers me too much, I'll do that off camera, because it can take me bloody ages just to faff around with them and get them in an order where it's neat, because that's the thing. It's all right being in order, but if they look higgledy-piggledy, it will bother me, so I'll do that off camera. But that is that picture kitted up. Thank you again to Cindy from Dainty Diamond Art and Diamond Painting Fanatics for doing such a fab product. I'm really looking forward to trying this out. I hope it gets voted for soon because it's a beautiful picture. And yeah, I will be back very soon, hopefully with a husband who hasn't had to have any major surgery on his finger, and not too tired because I've been up way past my bedtime this evening. So it is, as always, a big thank you to all of you for joining me today and for your continued support for this channel. I appreciate it, and I will be back very soon. It is, as always, over and out from this Kitten Up Kitten. Bye-bye.